Hey enlightened ones, me still coming to you from my gorgeous paradise here in Phuket, Thailand. So today's bad rambling for you is this. Have you ever noticed how many coaches who've been around for 10, 15, sometimes even 20 years seem to be struggling, while noobs, people that are coming in just over the last couple of months, you know, sometimes definitely like less than a year, they're posting and they're kind of saying stuff about, you know, having their best month ever and breaking 10k months and breaking 20k months and breaking 30k months. Well, look, is it all bullshit or is there some reality in this? I guess that's what most of us tend to think, right? You know, it used to be the case that when I saw those things happening, I go, that's bullshit. These guys haven't just shown up and, you know, been out of the academy, so to speak, for, you know, kind of a few months, and they're suddenly already cracking 10Ks. But I've been around for quite a while, and I've seen that it's actually true, right? A lot of the time, people who are new to the industry are way outperforming, or at least from a financial metric, outperforming those who've been in the industry for a really long time. So what gives? How can that be possible? How can that happen? Well, you know, it's because the shorter the time that you've been involved in the industry, the more passion you've got, the more excitement you've got, the more dumbness, right? And I'm not even saying it in a derogatory way. You're just dumb. You don't know enough to know about what will work or what won't work. So you wake up every day, you get an idea for a post and you go and post it, and you know, you've no idea about how social media works from the perspective of metrics. So, you know, whether you get a few comments or likes or thumbs up or whatever, you're kind of happy. And tomorrow you wake up and you do the same thing, and you just keep going, right? And there's a spring in your step, and there's an excitement, and there's a sense of you're engaging in your future. Well, look, take that to the coaches who've been around 10, 15, 20 years posting their stuff, right? They've had a whole bunch of failures. They've fallen flat on their face. They've maybe been, you know, suckered in by things that haven't worked over and over again. They're frustrated, they're burned out, they're overwhelmed. Their confidence has taken a knock, right? Do you think there's going to be a difference in the way they show up, in the way they communicate their kind of zest for life and their belief that anything's possible, right? We'd have to be naive to say that wouldn't be the case, right? You'd have to be really naive, right? When life like kicks you in the nuts, it hurts, right? When it keeps doing it, it really hurts. So my invitation to you is to come back to that place of being a noob, being a starter, being a kind of a day oneer, right? Come back to it, like approach your business as if it's day one, right? And ask yourself, like, what are you really excited to talk to people about? Who are those people that you'd be excited to talk to? You know, kind of what is it that you've always wanted to say? What is it that would light you up? Because that's really at the heart of this. At the heart of this whole thing is the idea or the question or the invitation of how do I get myself back to that place where I'm on fire? How do I get myself back to the place where I'm lit up? How do I get myself back to the place where I can't shut the fuck up about all this good stuff that I just really want to keep telling people about these ideas and these ideals about what life could be and how it could be and who it could be for and all of those kind of things? How do I get myself back to being that version, right? It's more important than you realize, right? Because ultimately, coaching isn't the product, and your packages aren't the product, and your hours that you're offering, they're not the product. It's hard for a lot of coaches to swallow, but here's the truth. You are the product. People look at you and say, are they happy? Are they fulfilled? Do they look free? Are they modeling the kind of life that I would really like and enjoy living? Are they doing things on their own terms? Do they seem like the kind of people that could help me build something that I really love, right? And a lot of the time when you look through coaches' content, right, you just get the feeling that those coaches themselves aren't necessarily very happy. Those coaches themselves aren't necessarily living the kind of life that they always wanted to live. So here's the question, right? If you as a coach aren't creating it for yourself, if what you're proposing to charge other people for isn't making your life better, isn't making you happier, isn't making you kind of feel kind of more fulfilled and connected and free and all of those kind of stuff, right? If it's not working for you, why the hell would somebody else want to give you money to help them, right? It makes no sense. And this is the part that a lot of coaches miss, right? But like I said, the newbie coaches, the ones who are coming in right at the start, they're not even really thinking that way. They're excited, right? And it's their excitement more than anything else that's going to fire up their audience, right? Excitement and inspiration. You've got to get back to becoming that really inspired version of yourself again, right? He or she or they or whatever, right, is in there. It's in there. You might have taken a few of those kicks in the nuts, right? But I promise you, the inspired version of you is there. Your job is to go and find them again. Go and do what you need to do to get that inspiration back. Go and find what you need to find. Go and speak to who you need to speak to, or read what you need to read, or listen to whatever it is you need to listen. But go and find it. And once you find it, take damn care not to lose it again, right? Because that is the source and the essence of literally every single thing that you're trying to accomplish, not just with your coaching business, but with life itself. Go find that inspiration again, set your heart and soul on fire, and become a raging bonfire, a beacon to other people about what it looks like to live with that level of clarity, freedom, and belief. That's it from me today. Hope that landed well. But as usual, regardless of how it landed, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear how this landed with you, so that I can decide what direction to take some of these future posts in. Anyway, till next time, much love.